meeting. I'm calling this meeting to order. The time is now 4:01 p.m. Madam Clerk, if you could please take roll call.
Member Lopez,
Here.
Member LeBeau,
Present.
Vice Chair Thomas,
Present.
Member McQueen-LaJean,
Here.
and let the record reflect that Chair Hernandez is absent.
Thank you. We will now hear public comments. Comments are limited to 3 minutes. Madam Clerk, does anyone have a public comment?
No public comments.
Okay. May I now have a motion and a second to approve the agenda?
Move to approve.
Second.
Madam Clerk, please take a vote.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Hearing none, motion passes unanimously.
We will now consider items on the consent calendar which will be enacted in one motion unless an agency member has a request to remove an item for discussion.
I move to approve the consent calendar.
Second.
Madam Clerk, please take a vote.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Hearing none, motion passes unanimously with Chair Hernandez absent.
Thank you. The next item is the award of contract for professional auditing services. We're going to have a presentation from staff.
Good evening, good afternoon, PHWA board members. Thank you all so much for your time today. We will be going over an award of contract for auditing services. Some brief background. Our PHWA auditors have been Brown Armstrong certified public accounting firm for over 20 years. We are really thankful for their work. They've been really great to work with, communicative and reliable and responsive. This change of auditors is simply because our California State Controller's Office actually recommends that we switch firms typically every 6 years just to have independent information, a fresh eye looking at our financials and reviewing our work so that you don't develop a relationship with your auditor and they're remaining a third party. So for that reason, we did request when we presented our last fiscal year ACFR to you all in April, we let you know we would be seeking a new audit firm for this upcoming ACFR and financial audit for this fiscal year 25 that just ended on June 30th. So we did post out an RFP seeking a certified accounting firm to start auditing us moving forward. The RFP was posted on March 17th, and we did request for bids for a contract to specifically audit fiscal years ending June 30th, 2025, 26, and 27, so the 3 upcoming fiscal years, with the option to extend for 2 more subsequent years should things go well with that auditing firm. When we did post our bid, we followed the following calendar that left room for questions. Should they have questions of staff before placing a bid, we responded to those questions and did have a due date. By that May 30th due date, we were lucky enough to receive 6 bid responses that were qualified and met all of our qualifications. We are here today to present you with our selection, hoping for contract execution with these auditors. The 6 bids we received, the auditing firms are listed here for your review. They're all very well-known auditors in our area, and you will see that they all ranked very high. So the composite average score was actually, they were all pretty similar because they all met all of the qualifications that we asked for. Some of the things we were ranking them on were their staff qualifications and experience, work done in the past with similar entities to the PHWA, and their specific audit approach of their team that they would be assigning to us for these years, these auditing years. So you can tell really the major difference we're looking at is the cost proposals at this point because they were all qualified, and there is a wide range of the cost proposals we received. But since Harshwell and Company did come in the lowest and did meet all of our qualifications and rank high, we do recommend moving forward with this auditing firm. They're a 15-year-old auditing firm. They have 40 years of accumulated accounting experience amongst their team. But what I focused on there was that at least everyone on our team that they're suggesting has over 7 years of experience auditing similar entities. They had a passing peer review. They are somewhat local with the office in San Diego, but we work with them fully remotely anyways, which is why I think we're so successful in getting 6 bids. They do work with cities, counties, and special districts similar to ourselves. The first year cost proposal for them is priced at $13,000, and they did put in a 5% inflationary adjustment cost for all of the years moving forward. And I was able to get positive reviews when I did call and ask several of their past clients. So Harshwell & Company is our suggested vendor that we would like to contract with for professional auditing services. We're presenting that to you now for your consideration and approval to move forward with this contract. Please let me know if you have any questions.
Yeah, at this point, any of the agency members that have questions and only questions, comment and discussion will be done later. Yes,
I have questions. So what was the cost of our previous auditor?
That is a really good question. I do know that we already have the $13,000 budgeted, so I want to say it was slightly higher than that. So they did come in according to our budget for what we had hoped to pay for the audit this upcoming fiscal year. So this amount is lower than what we paid last year's auditor.
Okay, yeah, I was thinking it was going to be a substantial savings because they've been doing it for so long, and they're probably 5%, whatever their percentage increase is escalating.
Off the top of my head, I want to say it was $18,000, but I will have to get back to you with that exact amount.
Okay, and then how many other water agencies do they currently audit, the new vendor?
They provided a list, a very long list of special districts. As far as specifically water agencies, I couldn't tell you the exact number, but they do have several on this list. And the one that I did call was Valley of the Moon Water District. They're from up north in the Napa area, but they're small like us. And they gave us positive reviews of their work, and they're an ongoing client with them.
Okay, that's all I have.
Thank you. Yes, Mark.
The 15 years that the company's been in business, how is that comparable to some of the other audit firms that we looked at?
Some of the audit firms do have more years, and they are larger firms, which is part of why you do get that cost increase, because they're going to give you a larger team. But when we looked at the number of hours that we spent with our prior auditors, we felt comfortable moving forward with this smaller firm, just because you know that you've seen our budget. We don't have too many line items. We're very fortunate that this is a pretty easy, repetitive audit. So that is why we felt comfortable moving forward with this one, even though they have the 15-year mark. I will say some of the others did have higher amount of years, but they are bigger.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
Yeah, just one question. Is the 5% the inflation increase, is that pretty normal?
I would say so. I would say so. That's, I think, on the lower end sometimes when it comes to auditing firms.
Okay, great. Thank you. That's it.
Thank you. I'm assuming there's no public comments since we don't have any public.
No
So
public comments.
Go past that part. Does anyone else have any other comments? Okay, so we have a recommendation to select Harshwell & Company, LLP, for professional auditing services for an initial 3-year period. That would be 2024 through 25, through 26 and 27, with 2 one-year renewal options, and authorize staff to execute a contract reviewed and approved by Port Hueneme Water Association's attorney. May I have a motion and a second?
I move to approve the recommendation.
Second.
Madam Clerk, please take a vote.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Hearing none, motion passes unanimously with Chair Hernandez absent.
Thank you, Ashley.
Thank you all.
Appreciate it. At this point, we have any member reports, comments, and requests for future agenda items. Does anybody have any information they want to share? No? Okay. This was a good meeting.
You did a great job.
The next regular meeting is scheduled for Monday, September 15th, so we have August off. So I'd like to adjourn the meeting. The time is now 4:10. Is that a record?